Today in our 2014 GMC Acadia, we're going to be test fitting the Yakima JetStream Roof Rack system. This is going to consist of part numbers Y00425. These are the JetStream crossbars, 50 inches long, and these also come in silver. And to hold them in place, we have the TimberLine Towers here, and that's going to be part number Y00147. This is a very easy roof rack system to install. It simply wraps around your existing factory-raised side rails with rubber-coated steel straps. The bars themselves have a nice aerodynamic shape, which is going to help cut down wind noise and drag while you drive. And you can also utilize T-track accessories with this as well. Removing our end cap here, something that sets this apart from the other roof rack systems out there is the fact that you can just simply push down the center strap here to put your T-track accessories into place, as opposed to having to completely remove the strip and cut it to length. Moving down to our tower, we do have a plastic knockout that can be taken out and replaced with the Yakima SKS lock core system. That is sold separately. However, you can not only secure this to your factory raised side rail, but you can also make it key to like with your accessories you're hauling as well, should you decide to get that. Removing our end cap here, you can see the strap that wraps around your existing factory raised side rails and how it's covered with rubber here, and that's to help make sure that there's no scratches or abrasions on your vehicle once this is being installed. So let's go ahead and show you how the rear bar goes into place. It's a very easy process. We already have it partially assembled. So our next step is to attach our tower to the other end of our JetStream bar here. And to do that, we'll start by installing our plastic bracket here to the top portion of our tower. It's going to fit in like so, and you're going to hear a little bit of a click or snap once you're installing it. Next, we'll attach our metal bracket here to the screw in the center. Get our screw ready. Install it at the top portion here. And then just tighten down until you hear 2 or 3 audible clicks from our included tool. Also make sure it's loosened up here in the center. All right, now we'll flip this upside down to kind of make it a little bit easier on us here. Normally there would be a rubber strip on the bottom side here that we remove and cut to length once everything was installed. But for demonstration purposes, we're going to go ahead and forego that. So we'll take this top portion here, and we're going to line it up with the channel on the inside. Kind of show you how this slides in here. Like so. And now we can set this on our factory raised side rails and begin our install. Make sure they're both in the open position. And also, we're going to install our end cap so nothing falls out. We'll set it gently on the other side of our vehicle here and underneath. Now, something I'd like to point out, when we have these installed, on the bottom side of the tower here, there's a line. You want to make sure that that's sitting on the top side of our side rails here. So our next step is we're going to measure for our crossbar spread from center to center. And you just don't want to go under 24 inches when you do this. What I usually like to do is I go look at my accessory that I'm hauling and go by its recommendations, because they always do have a crossbar spread width that you can work with. Next, we're going to measure for crossbar overhang, and that's going to be how much of the bar is sticking out past the TimberLine tower. We'll measure this on both sides. And that looks good. Now we can start tightening things down. Now in some cases, depending on the thickness of the factory raised side rails, you may have to loosen it up a bit to have it wrap around completely. So we'll simply take our tool and loosen that up. There we go. And then we'll go to the center here and tighten that screw down. And that's what tightens the tower down to the bar. We'll do this on the other side as well, and then we'll start tightening down the straps around the factory raised side rails. And as you're tightening this, again, you're going to wait for those clicks to make sure it's nice and tight around your bars. And some other accessories that you can put on this roof rack system could be anything from ski and snowboard carriers to kayak carriers, or you can mix and match as needed. There we go. Do this on the passenger side as well. And this can take a little bit of time. So all I ask is that you have a little bit of patience when you do this. And maybe have a song in mind in your head that you can sing to yourself. Something that's like 7 minutes long. I can't mention any names due to copyrights, but you know which ones. Now another good feature about this rack is that you can utilize this with several different vehicles if you have several with factory raised side rails. And if you wanted longer bars, you could purchase those as well and install them just as long as this doesn't go past your side mirrors on your vehicle. There we go. Now we can put in our end caps here, and these just snap into place, like so. And I'd also like to give you a quick measurement to let you know how high this sits off your vehicle. We'll measure from the center to the bottom and the top. So from the center to the bottom is going to be about 4 1/8 of an inch, and from the center to the top is going to be about 5 1/8 of an inch. So that's more than enough space for those accessories that wrap around your bars as opposed to use the T-track accessories, and it's not going to prohibit any use of your sunroof or anything like that once they're installed. These bars do have 165 pounds that you can place on here once installed. However, you always want to double check with your vehicle's manufacturer to make sure that you can place that weight on the roof and go by their recommendation. And there you have it for the Yakima JetStream roof rack system on our 2014 GMC Acadia.